Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with my Taurus PT22. This is a 22 long rifle mini pistol, and I'm excited to bring it to the channel. First off, I wanted to show you this cool box. You don't ever see these things in the original box. Most of these were sold in cardboard boxes, so mine's a pretty early variant. So this is my PT22. It will come with a safety key, and that's about it. I've got a snap cap here to show you how the gun works. So let's go over the specs of this gun real quick before we get started on anything else. So this fires from an 8-round detachable box magazine, so it's 8+1. The overall length is 5.25. The barrel length is 2.75 inches. The width is 1.125 inches, and the overall height is 4.25 inches. It comes in at 12.6 ounces with a magazine inside it. So this is kind of like a Bobcat copy. It's because it has this tilting barrel design. So what you do with the firearm is you put 8 rounds in your magazine, then you put the magazine in the gun, then you flip up the barrel, you put in 1 round and snap it back, and then you don't have to worry about racking the slide. And with this particular gun, you are not going to want to try to rack the slide because it is hard to do. So this is a double action only firearm. It does come with a manual thumb safety right here, and it does have a traditional style mag release. These were inexpensive budget pistols designed for personal protection and for plinking. This is the original version with an aluminum frame, and they ended up coming out with the poly edition that would have a plastic frame. Again, this is double action only, so you have a long, heavy double action trigger, and then it comes all the way back out, and then you do double action again. It has a notch rear sight with a ramped front sight, and you can see that there's no contrast on it, so I definitely would recommend do some UGD loving. As far as the reliability of this gun, it was not very reliable. There's a guy named the Armed Anglican that said if you get a O-ring and put it down here at the bottom, it will help because it will provide more stability when you put your magazine in. And it does definitely provide more stability. I didn't have a whole bunch of luck with more reliability. Primarily, most of my reliability issues where the last round or the last 2 rounds wanted to tip up and then not quite feed, so you'd have to rack the slide to get it to come back into battery. That could just be that this is an old magazine. That really could be, and maybe purchasing another magazine would end up creating some benefit. The cool thing about Tauruses is I could put in a warranty claim and send it back, and they said usually 6 weeks will get you the gun back to you. For me, I just see this as kind of a plinking toy, and a couple of malfunctions is not such a big deal for me because I wouldn't use this as a self-defense gun. Some of the things that were just kind of weird with it is you do have this cool tip-up barrel design, which does help, but then you have a long double action trigger, which if somebody can't rack a slide, that double action trigger is going to be kind of difficult. But I will be honest with you, for the price point that these guns are, this was a lot of fun at the range today. I will tell you, it did not like the CCI mini mags nearly as much as it liked Federal Auto Match. It seemed that was just bulk ammo, and it seemed to really like to eat that up. As far as accuracy though goes, at 7 yards, this is the accuracy that I got, which is probably a 4.5 inch group, which isn't terrible, and it made it kind of fun with no contrast on the front sight and such a small barrel. That's about the accuracy that I would expect to get from a gun such as this. So if you're thinking about picking one of these up, just know that, you know, it's not going to be the most reliable gun in the world. And if you're just going to have some fun, it is a lot of fun for sure. I did want to show you the lock on the gun. So if you are lucky enough to get a used one with the keys still on, you just put it in right here. And then you just turn the key clockwise, and you'll see the actual bolt will come out. And then at that point, the gun is dead. Nothing can happen. And then to take the lock off, you just put the key back in, and you twist it like so, counterclockwise. If I can get that in there. There you go. And you will see at that point it is ready for more pew. So I do want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. All the likes, the comments, the shares are really, really appreciated. And as always, you stay classy, YouTube. Little baby bucket, do you want to live in California?
No.
Why?
Because I'm not a compliment.